Episode 2 of turkey season, baby. Let's do this. Well, we're back at it. Can you guess what season it is? Let's take a look at all the green around us here. As you can see, things have gotten really green up here. It is now season A, B, C, D, E, second to last season. May whatever today, who cares what the day it is. It's season E. Things have been so nice outside lately and really greening up. We've had some good toms on camera. The last time I was here turkey hunting was the very first season. On the second day I shot mine, and my first turkey ever, and it was just a phenomenal feeling putting in all that work, all the scouting work. These birds up here are just not easy. They're not easy to hunt at all, especially with the pressure that they receive this time of year. So that was awesome. I've got that at home, still kind of drying out at the moment. So I got mine drying out at home downstairs in the storage room. It's looking really good, surprisingly, actually, because when I shot it in the video, you could see the feathers were all like messed up and just bonkers. They were just absolutely bonkers. So anyways, that's good. Practically done with school, figuring out career plans now and further schooling, but we still got turkey hunting. I got a break in my finals right now for a day, so I got turkey hunting because that's what I do. Go to school, and when I have time, I try to get out as much as I can out here, and I love it. It's like the biggest takeaway point that I could have for anybody watching this video, anybody that wants to make videos. Don't stress about shooting a turkey or a deer or whatever it is. Just enjoy it. I was driving up here listening to music on the way, and it's like, man, this is just beautiful. There's nothing quite like it, and you're so lucky to have the opportunity to get in the woods. I'm just thankful for that. This is already a win for me. So right now it's the night before, or evening, afternoon before opening morning of my season. So I'm going to go fish the creek a little bit. I'm going to just jump right straight to that if I can, pretty quick here. So what I'm going to do is get a bait tied on, just throwing a basic spinner, get a bait tied on. I got to walk all the way down to the boat landing, and then I got to make my way down the creek, and I'm just going to throw some waders on and fish from the shore down there. And the water's back down now, so there should be some pike biting. I know there's some decent ones in here. I never catch the decent ones, but I know there's some decent ones in here. And I fish them every year, and I think last year I caught like 30 of them within a couple hours, so it probably won't be that good this year, but it's still gonna be cool just to give it a shot and see what we can do before dark, and then get straight to the turkey hunting after that the next morning. So pretty stoked.
I went and fished for a bit, but to my surprise, I didn't have any luck. I decided to head back early and do some scouting for some turkeys. I really wanted to see if I could roost them, and I ended up coming across 3 jakes on the road. It felt good just to get out for a walk, and seeing turkeys definitely boosted my morale for the next morning.
What do you say we get after it this morning, folks? I came back last night after a long night of catching nothing, and what am I pointing at? I went and walked down the road. Let's see if I can show you on the map, actually. Let's pull a light up. Right here, okay? Took a walk down this road here. And right when I was right about here, I would say, or maybe here, there were like 3 jakes right here. They went straight across this field right into this patch of woods here. And this is where I've seen a lot of turkeys roosting, right in here and over here. A few of them that came walking right up this field edge recently too. I mean, it's happened a couple times within the past few days. So I believe that is the general area that I'm going to end up in this morning, looking for a turkey. Expectations are certainly few. I say we kind of just jump right into it and literally play it by ear, and see what we can hear. It was supposed to rain this morning, and I don't think it's going to rain anymore, based on the forecast, which is great. It's just going to be cloudy, which is not perfect, but it'll be fine. You know, it's not raining. We're good. And I'm going to just use the knowledge and the skills that I've somewhat acquired to this point to see if I can get on one that I hear or find one that I can't hear. So let's do it.
It's gonna be tough to hear from this angle right here, but there's a tom gobbling down the field that way to the south. A few hundred yards, I'm assuming. Gave him a few soft yelps and I did a little fly down. I can't really judge the distance because of all the foliage on the trees, but I think I'm just gonna stay quiet and listen, and maybe make some very light calls, but not much, not a whole lot. There was a hen and two jakes that came in, and the jakes came kind of close and then made their way off. And then the hen came in. She got within like 15 yards of me, and I was just laying there on the ground, completely like in the wide open on the ground, and she practically walked right up to me. And then she eventually went down into the woods, right off the edge of the field. So I think I'm gonna move out of this spot. I don't know where I'm gonna go, so I'll go wherever the wind takes me, and hopefully you get to see it with me. Yeah, so I went for a drive, and now there's two toms on this piece of private that I can't get onto. Just crossed the road in front of me. I can see them moving through the corn right now. Those turkeys are just unfazed completely, and I have nothing that I can do to get them. I am at a loss for words. I guess I just have to keep searching or something. They literally just crossed the road right in front of me. Poop. After hunting for a bit longer that day and not seeing anything, I decided to head home for a short break. Lauren and I eventually made our way back up to the cabin, and we ran into a couple toms on a field with some hens. Needless to say, it was again private land, and we couldn't access, so we got no birds. That night, we walked out into the backfield because I knew that some toms had been roosting close to there, and I wanted to see if we could see one fly up into a tree. Sure enough, straight to the east of us, about 200 yards, we roosted one that night. This is a part of the video that I really would have liked to have included, but we just didn't have any luck with him.
We came back the next morning. We watched him fan out on the roost. We heard him gobble, and he just flew down the wrong direction. We ended up going home that morning, but I came back up by myself later. And I decided that I wanted to sit quite literally right where they were roosting, or right where that tom roosted. And so I made my way to the back of the honey hole field, through the swamp, back to Little Buck Run, right where those pine trees were. I ended up running into a group of 3 jakes a couple times, and I even watched them roost about 40 yards away from me. Since they roosted right on my trail out, I had to walk the long way out through the swamp, and I stumbled upon what would have been a pretty nice buck next year. The next morning, I slept in a little bit too late, walked out to the end of the cabin yard, and saw a tom out in the field. This is another part I really wanted to put in the video, but I just couldn't get any good footage of him. It was so bright out that morning and I had hardly any cover. I just did my best to try to get the shot on video. I ended up crawling about 40 yards away from my camera, about 40 yards from that tom, took a shot and got a clean miss on him. I was pretty upset, but I knew I had to keep pushing on.
I just messed that up horribly.
I continued my adventures over to the Larson field, where I knew I had heard them roosting the night before. I ended up coming across 2 pretty small jakes, and one that was about a medium-sized jake with some hens. I tried working my way through the swamp to get around to them, to the back corner of the field, but they just kept dodging me. With that being pretty discouraging, I headed back home and didn't come back up till Friday. But I knew they'd be in that Larson Field area, so that's right where I went come Friday morning.
It's about 5 a.m. I got about halfway out here, and I forgot my phone in my car. And I need it for safety purposes, for communication, for checking time, just to be aware of a lot of things. So I had to walk all the way back to my car, which was like a 10-minute walk. And this time of year, that means a lot, because daylight comes upon us quick. So I got in here about 20 minutes later than I wanted to, and I spooked a hen out of a tree. I didn't see a beard hanging down as it flew away, and that was the only animal that was the only turkey that flew out. But yeah, I'm set up back on the Larson field here. I was here the other day, and I saw some jakes, a tom, and some hens. But I slept in and then missed that turkey, so that whole day was just a mess. It's Friday now, very last season. I hope the rest of you are having better luck than I am in this late season, because this has just been rough. But I got a lot to be thankful for, so it's a beautiful morning. It's super foggy. We love it, we love it. Okay, I need to make this quick. There's toms gobbling back where I roosted some the other night. They're gobbling in that same spot, only closer to this field. This is the closest field to where they're roosted. I got a hen this way. There's a hen over there, and the gobblers are that way. The hen's gotta be close because she was yelping not too long ago, and it didn't sound very far away. I'm gonna sit tight because it's gonna be a clear and sunny morning, and this is gonna be a very potential strut zone. Come on, please, we got this, we got this.
Oh, no way. Dude, dude. No way. What? What? I mean, it's not the biggest gobbler around. Not the biggest one around, but the biggest in that group. Oh, she's smoky. That gun just kicked the crap out of my camera. The amount of pain I've been through in the past week, dude. Girls out here. Oh my god. So many missed opportunities. I saw these same 3 Toms out here, or 2 Jakes and 1 smaller Tom, Jake, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of a Jake-ish Tom, a Jom, if you will. I'm happy with it though. That's nuts. I saw them out here a few days ago after I missed that one. I got no footage of that one that I missed. And I saw them out here a few days ago and I was like, trying to sneak up on them, and I got so close, and I think they just kept picking up on what I was doing, so they kept kind of dodging me. Eventually they just wandered off, and now this morning I came back here 4 days later, and knowing that this was going to be a good morning to be out here. I still got Toms gobbling behind me as I speak, and I knew that some turkeys would end up out here. And sure enough, just now I looked down the trail, and there they are, coming right out. I was like, I know that it's the Jakes and that one's small Tom. I don't even care, dude. Last season. Let's go, baby. Let's go check it out.
Oh, I'm so shaky right now.
You know, it had an okay beard on it.
Yes, sir. You betcha. Not a big Tom, but... Or sorry, not a Tom, a Jake, but still. You know? A bearded turkey nonetheless.
Let's get a look at those spurs too. Probably pretty short as well.
Yeah. Just little nubs. Just little nubs on them. Also, with this being the last season and myself having a busy weekend ahead of me and whatnot, it feels good to just get a turkey, to get some more turkey to eat, and to having the accomplishment of getting my second turkey of the year. Considering last year I didn't even get 1 turkey, so I mean I've got 2 turkeys this year, and even though it's a Jake, it still is some turkey breast meat, and probably better tasting too. So I mean these 3 guys walked right out, came right out of there, came straight to me. You can see where I was sitting back there where my tripod is. And I knew that they were Jakes, but I took the biggest one. If it were first season, I probably wouldn't take a Jake, but I was like, you know, it's getting so late now and I'm going to be so busy that I just said, let's go for it. And then we did, and we smoked him. He didn't even flop or anything. He just went straight down. So I think maybe this calls for an interview. Yeah, it's pretty light. You know what though? He's almost got a full fan on him. Honestly, I could not be happier right now. Of course, a big Tom would have been cool, but I could not be happier. I'm so thankful to be able to get out here and do this and make these videos and to get redemption after having a tough time this week, missing on that really nice Tom, and everything that just hasn't gone my way in the past week makes up for all of it. So that's gonna be the video here. Thanks for watching. Last week of the turkey season, got it done. Thanks for watching.